I had to ask Ames if she ate yet. That's the point we're at with this ensemble here. It's like, has the fucking that one eaten yet? Otherwise, it could be a disaster for all parties involved.
Hello, mean our everybody. Queen? Has our
queen? I call her the princess. You call her the queen. That's fine. All doable. Hello, Greg. 3G Greg Henson is here. Ames Maga Barbie 317 on Twitter, at 3G Greg Henson on X. How was your weekend, guys?
Busy. It was fucking shitty, Mike.
Terrible.
Oh.
Yeah. 0 for 4 for me. 0 for fucking 4. I don't think I've had an 0 for 4. Let me just tell you. Tigers losing 15. We'll get into it. U of M lost.
I don't want to get into that.
SC is the biggest pussy soft team in the fucking country, and Michigan gets their dicks kicked in by them. Mm-hmm. Niners sucked against Tampa Bay. They lose Fred, the best linebacker in all of football, maybe forever. I think his foot is laying on the field somewhere in Tampa Bay. And then the Lions look like absolute shit on Sunday night. Could it go any worse? I lost $200 in bets. I am 0 for 4. Disaster.
Well, you've got 2 games to make it up on Monday Night Football tonight, Mike. Throw
Are there
some
2?
money on a parlay. Yeah. Washington and the Bears.
Redskins, Bears, okay.
And Bills.
Damn it.
Somebody.
Bills. You know,
Bills
here's
somebody.
The deal, though. If you would have asked me, I would have told you, don't bet on Michigan to ever win on the fucking West Coast.
Yeah, never gonna
The only guy who did it was Harbaugh. Bo couldn't do it. Lloyd did it once.
Why?
Nobody wins out West.
None of our sports teams can do it. The Tigers can't do it.
True. Yeah.
The Lions can't do it.
It's tough, man. It's a tough putt to go out there and win. I mean, USC and Oregon and all those guys came here last year and kept losing too. So it's just, it's a long way away. And, Michigan's just not as good as they thought they were. And that was a tough watch.
I didn't think they were. Yeah, I didn't think they were that good. My brother keeps holding out hope for Michigan. They just don't look like that good of a team to me.
There might be like a couple
9-win team.
There might be a couple of people who listen who still watch Michigan State football. I didn't even know they still had a program, to be honest. But they also lost. They continue to lose.
Did they?
So yeah.
Yeah.
They are dog shit.
Yeah. Well, I didn't. Which
was the worst? Which was the worst Detroit sports loss of the weekend for you?
The
Tigers probably, because the Lions, I still think as much as it sucks with Bad Bunny being the halftime show of the Super Bowl for the Lions and Bills, I still think it's going to be the Lions and Bills.
Yeah.
I think the Lions,
I'm very confident in them.
Yeah, I sort of am too. I'm interested to see what 3G thinks. He was always historically hard. I was more on the Dan Campbell bandwagon, and you were like, he's just a fucking meathead. I'll always call you out for that. I think you still a meathead.
He's kind of a meathead,
but I think
he's a total meathead. But it works.
But I think he's also. I think means like stupid too. Like,
he's definitely not stupid.
He's really smart.
It doesn't necessarily.
I think he's a really smart football guy.
He came off as very slapdicky when he was first here, wearing the race car helmet, talking about biting ankles. That was meathead bullshit.
Kneecaps.
Well, and just listen to the way he talks. He's like, man. Right. Like everything is like, come on, man. Like he's dropping the word man every other word, and he's a blue collar dude. He's not like some buttoned up. Bill Belichick or something. He's Dan Campbell. He works great.
I hope he keeps winning.
Yeah.
Because
I think he will.
But my deal is, I don't know that they're going to the Super Bowl. I think they got a shot, but you got to understand the stretch that is for a longtime Lion fan to imagine the Lions in the Super Bowl. And after last year and everything that could go wrong. But my prediction this year after last year was, we knew there was one more kick in the balls coming, and that was the Washington game.
Yeah.
So I'm holding out hope, but that's a real stretch for anyone who's watched this team over the last 75 years.
Well, 2 years ago, they made it to the championship game, right, against the Niners and blow it.
Yep. Yeah.
And that took everybody by surprise. That was like, they shouldn't have been and then things start going their way, and and holy shit, here we are. But I'm old enough to remember that happening with the 81 Niners.
Was it 81?
You know what I mean? Like
so
81,
old.
yeah, I know. Super Bowl, but 89ers, where it was like they were coming from a 2-14 to like, you know, all of a sudden Bill Walsh gets there, Montana gets there, the program turns around, and they weren't supposed to be there in 81, yet they were. It had that feel to it. And it was like, who knows? And then they blew that second half against the Niners. And then last year, the kick and the balls you were talking about, strictly the injuries got them. And otherwise, they were going. Like they were.
But here we go again with the injuries.
Yeah, I know. If they can stay healthy. And I don't understand what happened. I don't understand what happened with this league. Like, it used to be like you put together, you built a team, you built a roster, and I'm talking 80s, 90s, early 2000s. You could count on, for the most part, that team was going to be what was playing in the postseason for you. It just was. It was like you put together this kind of defensive scheme and this offensive scheme, and those weapons you put together and built were going to be there. Now it is like, I don't know, maybe there's 2 teams that are lucky enough to like have the opening day rosters.
I think it went from tackle them in the fucking head to tackle them in any other part of their body that's not their head. And now people are getting other body parts injured that weren't necessarily getting injured all the time back then. But they've had to literally alter the way that it's not the same game as it was back then. It's very different. So it kind of makes sense that the injuries are different and more frequent because they've had to change. It's injury now versus you have a head full of scrambled eggs at the end, but you probably still do have a head full of scrambled eggs.
Yeah, but you're not seeing those in college. I mean, you do, they happen, but they're so rare. And all I can think of, and you're probably right on some level, Amy, and maybe Greg, you have some insights, but they are stronger, they are faster. And that little bit of difference is making all the difference in the world. When you go from, you just don't see these catastrophic, you're going to lose 6 starters, all pros every year in high school, in college. And then you get to the NFL and it's happening like crazy.
Well, I think there's a business element here too. Player safety has been something they've talked a lot about with these NFL guys. Like, let me ask you a question. Right now, if players are hurt, they can sit out and not fear losing their jobs.
Yeah.
Back in the day, they used to say you can't make the club in the tub. And guys would get their ass out on the field. Like Kirby Joseph last night. I thought he was dead. Next thing I knew, he crushes somebody. And I thought, well, wait, when did he come back?
Yeah. Thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Couldn't walk at one point.
Yeah.
So I think there's varying levels of who's willing to play through pain and who's not.
Yeah, I'm these roll up injuries, like it happened to Fred Warner on Saturday. I don't know if you saw his injury, but his foot almost fell off. You see it with these guys all the time. They're like these, I don't know, Hutchinson, fluke, but is it anymore? It's like so many star players are going down week after week after week in this league, and you just don't see that at the college level. You just don't.
You don't as much, but I do think it has to do with speed and strength too.
Yeah. You're not playing up against the best of the best every single week.
1% of those college guys are going pro.
Right.
The rest of them are pretty much on the level. But I do think it's speed, strength. I think there's a lot of guys who are unwilling to play when they might be beat up a little bit, and some are willing. And I think more often than not, they're not going to play if they're not feeling 100%. Like, I would bet Decker could play, but I think that shoulder, he said, let's take a week off and see if we can get healthy.
Yeah.
We're going to find out. But if the defense keeps getting injured, that greatly reduces, obviously, the chances that the Lions are going to do anything. The offense is great, and Goff's one broken finger away. It is what it is. It's just the league the way it is now.
Yeah, there's no doubt that, and that offense. Let's say, Amon-Ra dropping that 4th down, like that was huge.
Turn the game.
How that really bothered him.
Oh, you could, and it's just he's one of those guys. He's coming through.
I was trying to like not be mad about it because 9 times out of 10 he makes that catch. And so it's like, okay, yeah, he's gonna drop one every once in a while, but god damn it, why did he have to drop it there?
Yeah.
Am I the only one who was not pissed off about that loss? I feel like a lot of shit came together to cost him that game. All the injuries. Skipper played well actually though last night, but I feel like on the road, you're
meant
a little
everything to KC. Right. Everything to KC.
They're coming off
had
a
to
super
have that
bad
game.
loss.
I'm not pissed about it. I don't like the Branch. Did he get suspended?
Yeah, for the next.
He did.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think him. He didn't do anything. He pushed the guy's face. Fuck off.
Hold on. Well,
hold on.
Hold on. I think Amy's got a couple pictures she was sending me that are fucking hilarious.
Hold on.
This is, and a lot of people probably turned it off when it was like, oh, they're just going to take knees at the end, inside 2 minutes, no timeouts left, game's over. I wouldn't blame people for going, fuck this, and storming out of the room. But as soon as the game ended, a little brawl broke out.
And great. Boys being boys. It's boys being boys.
I know. What is it?
And Schuster's a bitch.
Get for that cheap shot that he a few plays prior.
Yeah.
And Schuster's a bitch every day of his life. He's a bitch.
Exactly. And I think Foxy on the Pat McAfee show said, I think Brian Branch was just doing what everyone else in the league wanting to do. Juju Smith's entire career. Like that's everyone has wanted to do that to him. But this is the best picture of, and if you ask me, hashtag worth it for this photo. Hold, please.
Let's see it.
Hold, please.
I kind of like that these guys have a little fucking bite to them, little attitude. While you get it, you want me to play the okay.
Oh yeah. That's
Greg, he's got him by the ear. He's got him by the ear, Greg. He's got him by the fucking ear, dragging him like a little kid.
Come here, you little bitch.
And look at his face. Look at his face.
Brian Branch, still taped up, still with his glove on, has this son of a bitch by the fucking ear and is dragging him along.
I love it. That's great. You little
and
fucker.
then there's the end. So you said he just pushed him a little. Let me show you. He also did. This is what he looked like at the end. I didn't realize he got his ass beat like this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He got punched right in the face after he took his helmet off.
Is he crying?
Probably.
Kind of looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's been a bitch since he was a Steeler, man.
Yeah. And so
for sure he has. Sorry, when I just closed the screen, his other picture just popped up, and
that's awesome.
The ear pull. Yeah. So this is the play people are pointing to as to what happened here. So if you watch this play up top, and I think they highlight it. Yeah. Maybe not. But if you look at, so they've got him circled. So there's Juju and here's Branch. And this is what Branch was pissed about.
Isn't that an illegal crackback block?
I thought so. Now
it is.
A lot of people are saying, oh, he hit him on the side, Kansas City fans. This looks like
his looks like the back to me.
Yes. Yeah.
And then he steps over him.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then he walks away like a pussy.
It's a cheap shot no matter what. And this is the game's over at this point, essentially. Yeah. And you do that kind of shit. And Branch took notice, like, oh, he knew who it was. And so a lot of people didn't know what that fight was about. That's the play that Branch was pissy about afterwards. This article I'm reading, they're like,
Mahomes also taunted him, I think, after his touchdown.
Did he?
Which he won't get fined for or flagged for like anybody else would.
No, he's the prince of the league. You're not talking about the when he tried to slap him high five at the end of the game.
No,
and Branch blew him off.
When he scored his touchdown, he was like taunting him.
He threw the ball at him and then kind of taunted at him.
Branch
is likely to be punished by the league, and according to Amy here, he got a game suspension next week.
Yeah, he's appealing it, and apparently it goes in front of a I don't know if it's one person or it's all three of these people, but it's like a committee of 3 ex-players. One of them is Jordy Nelson. Why? And that's who reviews it.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
So they're gonna what do they call that? Where they dispute it?
Yeah, he's appealing it.
He's going to appeal it. Yeah. Does that ever work, Greg?
No.
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 Yeah.
No,
I think sometimes if it's like a multi-game thing and they'll knock it down, but
yeah. I agree with you guys though. A fine would have been okay there. So Brian Branch pointed to that play, said I could have gotten hurt while defending his actions. He said it was a childish thing, but I'm tired of people doing stuff in between the play the refs don't catch. They be trying to bully me out there. I should have never did it. It was child. They do be trying to bully you out there. We've all seen it.
It's bullshit. They do it a lot.
Yeah.
And he's not wrong about it.
Here's Campbell afterwards talking about it.
I love Brian Branch, but what he did is inexcusable. And it's not going to be accepted here. It's not what we do. It's not what we're about. I apologize to Coach Reed and the Chiefs and
Dan, relax.
And shooting. Yeah. That's not okay. We that's not what we do here, and it's not going to be okay. He knows it. Our team knows it, and so that's not what we do.
Yeah. Wait, so we're either the biting kneecaps, we're the team that drags someone into the defense and drowns them, or like, look, your guy got pissy.
I'm just not that worried about it. It wasn't that big a deal. Why is everyone acting like they robbed Fort Knox, for fuck's sake?
What did you guys think of the Goff touchdown callback?
Now, I saw him talk about it today, and he said, I never put my hands up under center. So I was not set as a center, as the quarterback, and I went in motion. So he said, we got to do a deep dive on that rule.
Yeah.
I think it was probably bullshit, to be honest.
I think it was bullshit too, because what's also interesting is in that post-game press conference, Dan Campbell, he says, all I know is it came from New York. That's what he says. And
really?
Yes. And then in the post-game conference with the referees, they're questioning him about it. And they're like, so like, why did you wait so long? Why did you wait a minute plus to throw the flag? Did it come from New York? And they were like, no, it didn't come from New York. We all got together and talked about it.
Yeah. Bullshit.
And I was like, it 100% came from New York.
They got 100%. They got a credibility problem with this shit when they have zero penalties last night in the city. Not even one guy jumped and flinched on the line of scrimmage. No one lined up in the neutral zone.
Did they have zero penalties?
Zero penalties last night.
Zero accepted penalties.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this seems like it seems like the Lions they're pulling out a lot of plays. It reminds me of the skipper play last year about checking in or not. Like they're trying to go by the letter of the law, and the refs need to be aware of the letter of the law, because that's key. If Goff said that, like, I purposely did not put my hands under center to avoid this sort of thing, like someone's right and someone's wrong there.
If he puts his hands underneath, then he's got to get set as a running back, which I'd never heard that rule before.
Yeah.
So he said he purposely did not put his hands under center and then went in motion. And I mean, it looked fine to me.
Do you want to hear what the pool reporter, the interview, a kind of a rundown of it? I have the transcript here.
Sure.
It says, can you walk me through the play itself and what Jared Goff did to draw the penalty? There were a lot of moving parts on that play. We had a quarterback go up to the line of scrimmage. He paused momentarily in the quarterback position, didn't get under center, but he walked up and stopped like he was the quarterback. Then he went in motion, and they threw the ball to him for a touchdown. If the quarterback assumes the quarterback position and then goes in motion, he has to then stop for a second before they snap the ball, because he gets out of the view of some of the officials. We had to piece it together as a crew as to whether he stopped initially and then whether he stopped when he went in motion. It was determined after a lengthy discussion that he stopped at the quarterback position and then went in motion. But when he does that, he has to stop. Question. So if he had to come to a complete stop after going in motion, it would have been a legal play? That's correct. Question. My understanding is that there was 1 minute and 14 seconds from the time the play ended until when you dropped the flag for the penalty. Can you walk me through what the discussion process was between you and the crew? It's my job to see if the quarterback stopped initially. The down judge watches the player in motion, and we had to communicate between him, my umpire, and my line judge whether or not he initially stopped at the quarterback position and then whether he stopped after he went in motion. There was a little bit of confusion in our discussion, whether he had stopped initially or whether he had stopped at the end and what we were talking about. That's why the flag came in so late. Question, it's almost done. What kind of help or assistance, if any, did you have from the replay assistant in Kansas City or from New York? We did not have any assistance from Kansas City or New York. So that was just a discussion amongst the crew itself? That's right. Would the ruling on the play have been different if Jared Goff had been in a shotgun formation? Yes. If he doesn't assume a T quarterback position, then he would not have had to stop. He would have had to stop originally in the shotgun formation for a second. Everybody would have had to be set for a second. But then if he goes in motion, he would not have to stop. This only applies to a quarterback who has assumed a position as a T quarterback.
That sounds like a bunch of fucking meatheads who don't know what they're doing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because I felt like if Goff said his understanding is as long as you don't set yourself as the quarterback, which he did not.
No, he didn't.
What makes him any different than if Jahmyr Gibbs goes in motion? Makes no sense to me at all. Or a tight end, or anyone for that matter who gets put in motion. Doesn't make any sense to me. And I'm never going to blame refs. I think that's stupid. Too many people do it. But that gives me credibility issues with the league, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough one. I don't ever recall in the history of watching this game my whole life, these a minute, 20 seconds later, a flag comes in. Like, right. I don't remember that ever being a thing. They either got it, they didn't get it. But you don't come back from a commercial break and like, oh, by the way, that touchdown we just left with didn't count, and there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
They're doing it a lot with intentional grounding. Now,
You know what though? Here's the thing. The Lions still had that game in hand. They just didn't finish. The drop passes, they couldn't tackle. They never adjusted to that inside screen. And it wasn't their best coaching effort last night, I didn't think.
Yeah.
And they were still going to lose if they did all those things, even if they got that touchdown.
Yeah.
They didn't do much particularly well last night.
But it's momentum. You get up 7 there instead of 3. The fourth down drop at midfield leading to points. The one that's killing me are these laying off in coverage on a 3rd and 17. And then you give up 15 and a half yards.
And then they go for it.
And then they go for it. Of course they do. The whole league is adjusted to the line. The whole league is gone, oh, yeah, we're going for it on 4th down. And in 4th and 3 and less, or somewhere around midfield, we're going for it. Like this league used to be an always punt in that situation too. The Lions showed us the way. This is what we do. You cannot give up 15, 16 yards on 3rd and 17 and think you're getting a long field goal or a punt. It's just not going to happen.
No.
So, you can see it coming a mile away in those situations. And then some unlucky bounces. Hutch with the strip sack. Kansas City, Mahomes recovers that fumble.
Hutch had him in the grasp on another play, and he got out of it. You got to finish against him. I know he's annoying, but he's fucking good.
Yeah.
And so you can't give him 5 seconds back there, or he will beat you.
Yeah. He is one of those guys. Do you think Hutch is back all the way yet? I was thinking it wouldn't be till Thanksgiving until we saw. Dude, he looks unbelievable. Yeah. And it's probably because he's so young. If this would have happened another 5-6 years into his career, maybe he doesn't get back this fast.
When he blew his knee up at Michigan, he came back better than ever. He's the bionic man, I'm telling you. That guy just lays it out every play. Every fucking play.
Well, I'm with you, Greg. That one, going against an AFC team would have been nice. It's not going to affect you that much. I didn't realize the Lions had so many defenders out. That kind of sucked. And all guys that'll be coming back. I think McNeil's getting close too, which is good. So
I'm not really that concerned about the Lions right now. They're I'm more worried about the Tiger off season coming up. and how long we have to put up with Sharon Moore.
Dude, were you guys dying with that? The 15 innings, just can't get a bat on a ball. Like
it just pissed me off.
Yeah.
It's like, and I would be pissed if I was the Mariners too, because their clowns couldn't hit either, and their Cal Raleigh choked up in the playoffs a little bit against the Tigers.
Yeah.
It was frustrating as fuck watching that game.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm glad they're done for the year. I'm so sick of watching this lineup. They make me sick. So I'm glad they're done. And then to hear Scott Harris today, I'm like, dude, just shut up and do something. I don't care.
What did he say? I haven't paid much attention. I'll be honest with you.
Bullshit. It was a step forward. Didn't love the way our trade deadline deals worked out, although all of us told him they were shitty deals. That they're going to try to sign Scooble. No, they're not.
No.
And that they're going to try to get a bat. Probably not. Oh, and then he did say some of the guys who had exceptional years in AA could and should make an impact on the roster next year. That's McGonigal. So
yeah. I don't know. You guys,
are you going to bring him up to play second and get rid of Torres or sign Torres?
Yeah. I don't know what they do. I don't know, but you can't have bats just go ice cold for 2 months.
Right. No,
you just can't do it. You know, Scooble gets you, like, even if, because there was a lot of discussion, did they yank him too soon in the 7th? Yeah, probably. Let that horse ride. I mean, this idea that these guys can't pitch more than 90 pitches, like, you're in a win or go home game. But the fact is, your bullpen didn't give up shit for another game worth of innings. Like, you guys just couldn't generate a single fucking run.
They didn't.
Period. No. I mean, they got lucky that they were in it. I mean, the Mariners should have walked off that field, in the 11th, 12th? There a couple innings. Yeah.
So should we. We should have, though, too. We had, bases loaded, nobody out situations and didn't fucking get anybody in. I mean, that had to have been, on top of the fact that it went until literally, my 5th REM cycle, usually was very irritating to me.
You weren't drinking?
No. No.
I was at a reunion getting plowed.
Were you?
I mean, I go to bed at 9 or 10.
Yeah, Amy goes to bed at 10. I was having more fun texting Amy as it was creeping up on 10 o'clock my time, which is 1 a.m. for you guys. And I was like, she's dying. She's literally dying right now, because she's one of those, and I know how angry she gets when she's hungry, tired, those things all come into play with this one. And so it's like,
Mike,
oh my God.
Mike, at one point, I got up. I mean, it maybe was in the 13th inning. I got up and I was like, I'm getting hungry. I was literally, Rocky's like, Jesus Christ. The next night was Michigan late. And then last night was the Lions late. Yeah. And every game sucked.
My standard, this is my standard pose when the Tigers fuck up another inning.
Seriously.
I was so fucking mad sitting at the bar going, are you kidding me? Can anyone dink a fucking ball out of the infield? You goddamn losers.
Losers. Losers. They're literally like a minor league lineup.
Yeah. It just sucks.
It's fucking so frustrating. I bet Scooble doesn't want to stay here if I had to guess.
We can go. You know what, though? All I could think was whenever Torque and Green came up was blow me. You guys suck.
Or how about fucking Parker Meadows?
Parker Meadows,
he went 0 for 29 in the playoffs.
Yeah, he sucks. He blows.
Dude.
I mean, I understand he's good in center field, but what are we doing?
Yeah, and he's fast. Wasn't he clutch last year? Wasn't he instrumental at times last year?
Him and McKinstry both last year.
Yeah.
Well, and then what's his face? I guess was playing with something strained.
Gleyber Torres was.
Torres. Yeah.
Well,
so,
what you could have probably done is call up second baseman McGonigal and let him try.
Yeah. And I'm sorry. I started saying in I don't know, the 12th inning, do we have anybody on the bench that can hit? Anyone with fresh legs? Anyone?
Dude, anywhere. You started saying that to me in the 8th inning.
Wasn't Jones available?
Yes.
Because it's funny because my brother was sitting next to me as we watched this game, and he literally goes, do they not have anybody that can pinch hit? Obviously, nothing's working here.
Nothing.
You're just going in circles, never getting a clutch hit at all.
Grounding
and can nobody come in
first fucking base every single time you come up to bat.
Yeah. And then 2 minutes later, Amy texted me and goes, do we not have anyone on the bench that can pinch hit? And I was like, yeah, it's
like some fresh legs. These people have been playing like 2 full games, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't, and I know this is like back, Monday morning quarterbacking, but had they not pulled Skubal when they did, I think they win that game. I think if Skubal goes out for the 7th, because he only went 6, didn't he?
Yeah.
And they gave up the run in the 7th. Skubal goes out for 7. Yeah. And like, you can go out for another fucking inning. And I hear AJ Hinch is like, I saw it on him. He was gassed. No, he fucking was. If he was gassed after not even pitching 100 pitches, he doesn't deserve whatever insane amount of money he's going to be if he's gassed.
You realize he hit 101 on the clock in the 6th.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like Verlander. He throws harder as the game goes on.
Yeah, as they loosen up. It's just funny. I mean,
How dare you question AJ Hinch? Amy,
I know.
Greg, we're old enough to remember it. I'm sure all you were seeing the memes going around of Nolan Ryan, you know, 235 pitches, still throwing gas. Like, that used to just be a thing where it's like, oh, guys went into extra innings and kept throwing, fucking giving it all they had. This idea that, our guy, he's at 86 pitches. We got to get him out of there. Like, what?
All right,
why?
So I'm gonna get Jack Morris and tell you how many innings that fucker used to pitch back in the day. If I can find it, because Jack Morris, I believe, used to throw 300 innings a year.
Wow.
300.
What will an ace throw this like in 2025?
Jack Morris in 1983, 293 innings. Now let's find our friend Turk Skubal.
Is it going to be 200?
It's that.
Is it 100 less innings?
Oh, it's so few.
180.
Let's see, Turk Skubal this year.
Yeah, at this point, we're overthinking it, guys. We're overthinking it. Guys, I mean like Major League Baseball.
Skubal threw this year 190.
Oh, I was so close. Yeah. I was good for Price is Right. I didn't go over.
So 100 innings less than Jack Morris. I think you could have gone 191 without her.
Yeah. He was gassed, Greg. He was gassed.
He was gassed.
I would love a guy who's gassed at 101 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Gassed is not striking out the side. That's not being gassed, AJ Hinch. That's like being in your fucking groove. Okay.
Right. Go get a fucking ground ball. I don't care if you strike him out.
Yeah. You guys, really quick, I found the clip of Dan Campbell saying it was New York.
Oh.
All right, play it.
I'll show you really quick. I have it queued up here.
It doesn't matter if I agree or disagree. It was. Did they explain it suitably? Doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. So I know it came from New York, and they said he never stopped. He stayed in motion. He can't stay in motion. That was that. So that had no bearing on the game.
So he says it came from New York. So
but the official said it didn't.
Yeah,
right.
It makes you wonder, like, why'd he get that impression that it came from New York? Maybe because it took so long,
or maybe some ref who didn't know on the side. One of the side judges said it came from New York, not knowing. A lot of shit happens in the heat of the moment.
Did they even huddle? I didn't even see him huddling up. Though.
They did huddle.
Maybe. Oh, they did.
Yeah, they did. Yep.
We didn't even talk about the Travis Kelce catch non-catch thing.
That was not a catch.
Why didn't they stop that?
It is so fucking frustrating as a Lions fan who watched the Calvin Johnson game to see shit like that happening. Is like, what are we doing here?
Yeah,
is there
I was
any
screaming.
Consistency across the board?
Yeah.
But I mean, didn't New York see, like when I used to sit
the announcer said that was a catch. Oh yeah, that was a catch, and they just moved on. I was like, by what metric is that a fucking catch?
And his hand did move, by the way.
Yeah.
But
yes,
when I used to sit in the press box for the Steelers, when a play like that happened, they would say, "Hold the play, hold the play, hold the play," because they were looking.
Yeah.
And instead, they just let the Chiefs continue on. And didn't the Lions get a penalty after that?
I think so.
Yeah. 12 men on the field.
Yeah. Total bullshit.
Yeah.
And if we're here to get it right, why don't you let New York look at it? It doesn't have to be a review.
Yeah.
Review.
New York doesn't need a minute, I guess, to look at that.
No. Chiefs can do that tricky thing where they just run up and snap it really fast.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or every time they throw their hands in the air and ask for a flag, the refs are like, okay, here you go.
That's what happened with the Kelsey catch on the pass interference.
Yeah.
Threw his arms up in the air, and here came the flag.
I know you guys were, I want to see, I got to try to find it. You guys were saying you don't like to talk about officiating and stuff, but there was this study that just came out, and I need to
a stat. Did you say
a study, like a full blown study on their penalties over the years. So talk amongst yourselves. I'll find it.
Well, I'll tell you this really quick. My buddy, longtime listener Brandon, had sent me a thing. His bet slip. He had a bet last night. Anytime touchdown for Jared Goff and Patrick Mahomes. So not them rowing one, but one touchdown. He put a $10 bet on those two scoring a touchdown, which paid $844. And Mahomes got his, and Goff's got called back. So
don't bet, man. Just don't bet.
I know. Dude, I'm down to my last $98. I had like $400, $500 in a betting thing. I'm down to my, it's just a joke. It's just a joke. I can't bet. It's just dumb.
No, I would never think I could bet.
Yeah.
I'm that stupid.
Yeah, but then
and
you get lucky and you're like, well, this is cool.
Right.
What's
I
that?
got a system.
Yeah. Yeah. We all do. What do you got, Aim?
Okay. So a new study from UTEP, which was published in the Financial Review, says that from 2015 to 2023, data shows that the Chiefs have statistically benefited from slanted officiating, especially in the playoffs. Researchers found penalties versus Chiefs opponents are more likely to be subjective to RTP and PI. Penalties have covered more yardage and led to more first downs. So that's what the study.
I don't think anyone's shocked.
Yeah, I know. But it's just kind of interesting because it's like you think like, oh, is it kind of in our head because we're
right?
Like, are we? Is it in our head? But no,
the
numbers
hate our team, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, one thing I've recognized, because as a longtime 49er fan, people used to say that about the Niners. When you have a really good team and you're consistently a winner, you tend to get calls. It's like the Jordan rule in basketball. Hopefully the Lions are making a case to where they start getting the benefit of that type of stuff. We haven't seen it yet.
No, Mike.
But
we create
none of
rules
our teams,
because
teams were good, never got them.
The Detroit Lions create more rules by shitty things that happen. Like it happens to us, and then the next year they outlawed. They're like, okay, we can't have that happen again.
Yeah. I mean, think about every team we have has always been porked by the refs. The Pistons would get porked left and right because they were rough and tumble, and then they changed the whole game so Jordan could win, and then. The Tigers have gotten porked with Galarraga's perfect game.
Oh, dude.
Disaster.
Still pisses me off because the next play was a fly out to center. So you could technically go back and just be like, it's not like there was a single that happened next. You could go back and just be like, no, the game ended here. Yeah, we had another batter and he just flew out to center. It was irrelevant anyways.
And it can never happen. It can never happen again. That's the thing because when I saw the E60 or whatever it's called, on Galarraga's perfect game, highly recommend watching it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's good.
But there was a law school class that did this whole big study and made a case to the commissioner of Major League Baseball as to why they should award it to Galarraga, and based on other times in history where they've overturned things, comparing the situations, this has way less impact on the game. Like the MLB has overturned things that have changed outcomes of games before, but they won't change this. And so they did this whole big thing and submitted it to the commissioner. And then at the end of this documentary, they're talking to the commissioner, and the commissioner basically says he's denying it. He's not going to do that because it sets a precedent. He said that we would do this in the future. And it's like, but what you're not understanding is there is no precedent because we have replay now. If we had replay then, this would not have happened. And so it can't happen again. It's actually impossible for it to happen again because you would challenge it. And so you will never be put in this exact situation again. So for you to say it's going to create precedent is bullshit. Is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Too many fucking politicians in sports, man. Too many.
Yep. I've heard the argument too of like people go, okay, we'll name another perfect game. And most people can't, but they can with the Galarraga one that it's like, that's gone down is like, it's made more notoriety for him. It's more famous than a perfect game because of the situation around it.
You don't remember Len Barker's perfect game in Cleveland in the early 80s?
Exactly.
Guys, that was the highlight of his career, much like Galarraga's game.
Galarraga's, I mean, they
you
wrote
have
a book
to think,
about it.
though, that probably at the time, I mean, you pitch a perfect game, you have a little bit more bargaining power in terms of, Well,
it also puts you in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, exactly.
I think his stuff is in the hall, though, is in Cooperstown. I think they have like the cleats and the ball. And I think they have done they've kind of treated it like a perfect game.
And the umpire's ass.
Oh, yeah. Jim
Joyce.
My
God. What was his name? Jim Joyce.
It really affected him. He cried in the documentary. He, to this day is crying about it.
Yeah.
He feels so bad. He's like, if I could go back in time and give that to him, I would in a heartbeat. He's like, I wish MLB would fix it like they need to. I mean, he is I feel bad for him because I think it really weighs on him.
Bitch.
I was kind of trolling the home plate because I'm not home plate, the first plate umpire during the playoff game I went to last week because our seats are there along the third baseline.
And
they're awesome seats.
I think it was in the
first baseline.
I'm sorry, first baseline. Sorry.
Yeah. Visitors dugout.
Yep, visitors
dugout.
What are you,
Mitch Albom lying about being there?
I know. And
fuck Mitch Albom.
I think it was the first play. I think it was the first play of that game, and they made the wrong call at first base, and they had to overturn it. They had to go to New York to review it or whatever. And so me and others were yelling at him like, dude, you don't want to make that mistake here because Jim Joyce did, and people trolled the fuck out of him for ever. So
yeah. Did you have any Mitch Albom stories, Greg?
Tons. He called my show and whined like a bitch one day.
Yeah, he called and left a message on Drew's machine. Like, why are you picking on me?
Oh, fuck off.
Oh my God, what a bitch.
Yeah.
He called me and then he went in this long diatribe and then goes, and I'll hang up and listen like a pussy rain. And then he wanted to have coffee the next day with me.
Did he? Yeah, that's kind of what he did with Drew.
Yeah.
When we were calling him Mitch Albom. No, fuck no. Drew never even referenced the message he left on the air. But he lived in my neighborhood. He lived 2 blocks over from me in Franklin. And Beth used to walk Izzy. And the route she would take was down his street. And she used to let Izzy shit on his lawn and wouldn't clean it up.
That's why I'd always see him at that Bigalora place at
probably
12 in Franklin or Northwestern and Franklin or whatever.
You want to hear?
That is.
He had back in the day a beautiful golden retriever named Elvis. Elvis had an indoor invisible fence, so he could not go on the carpet or any of the furniture.
Stop.
He had to stay on the tile. Fucking kid you not.
What is he, Hassan Piker's fucking dog?
Seriously, we're not doing that story, by the way.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I couldn't fucking believe it. I'm like, Elvis, come here. And he goes, he won't.
What, you were at his house?
Oh, yeah, because Stoney lived there.
Stoney lived with
him?
Ken Droz, Stoney, and Mitch all were roommates for a long time before they all got married. And Stoney'd have us over, and Mitch would be there. Mitch was very cool. And then the next time
he wasn't. He wasn't.
We sat and talked about the Fat Five book, and he was fine. Then the next time we showed up for a Stoney going away party for somebody, he basically said they're out back and slammed the door in our face.
Dude.
He was like, I was with Larry Sorensen, who he knew who Larry was.
Yeah.
And
well, I met Mitch. I was probably 18, 19 years old. I was waiting tables at Roosevelt's. Remember Roosevelt's bar?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
12 and Orchard. And I've told the story before. I'm sorry for people who have heard it, but Mitch came in, little fucking Mitch compared to me, is little guy. And he had some cocktail. It was, I don't know, 10 o'clock at night. And I'm stone sober. I'm working. I'm serving drinks. And they had these this squared bar, and he was standing up there. Everyone kind of stands around the bar.
The bar?
Yeah, exactly. And
you just saw the forehead.
Yeah, you just saw the forehead of him standing there with a cocktail. And I remember, he was by himself. He was alone. It was 10 o'clock at night during the week. And I walk and I notice it's Mitch Albom. And this is before I ever got into radio or anything. And I'm working, but I'm like, I stop by and see him. I'm like, hey, Mitch Albom. And he turns to me and I'm just like, hey, man, just a big fan of your writing. And he looks me dead in the eye and just fucking turns around.
You used to say, I'm not working.
Oh, that's really?
What an asshole.
Yeah. And he might have said that to me. I was just like, wow.
Like, dude, you're not that important. Stop it. Stop
I never cared about Mitch. I never liked his stuff. I
look at it now as kind of cheesy.
It's always been cheesy.
Yeah. Back in the day.
In December, just before he had to submit it for the awards.
Really?
All those cheesy stories about player gets cancer and beats it. All those stories came in December because he wanted to submit him for that writer award that he won.
Yeah. Well, I just couldn't believe any human being, because I get it. If you're at the bar and you're that guy, you're shit faced and you're, hey, I'm a big fan of it. Listen, you annoy some, like we've all run into that guy. But dude, I was literally working, apron on, I hadn't had a drink at all, nothing. It was just like, hey man, big fan of your work. It literally turned around and fucking, I was just like, wow. I didn't know that kind of fucking attitude existed anywhere, but
people traffic in stories about Mitch Albom.
Yeah.
He's fucked off people left and right for years.
How many interns did you guys end up getting that were former interns on his show that were just crushed, devastated? Those people.
A couple people who were just like,
it was just amazing.
And he
probably treats people like Katie Porter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's funny. I don't know, man. I just have no use for that. You gotta right.
Yeah. Hey, moving on to other things. We got a peace deal. The hostages released in back home to Israel. I thought Trump was starting World War III.
All of the videos.
Worst Hitler ever.
He is, dude. He is disappointing all the Hitler fans out there.
Right.
I'm not like totally up to date on my World War II history, but at what point during World War II did Hitler free the Jews?
Oh,
yeah, I don't remember that. Okay. After he died.
So it wasn't like high up on his bucket list to free the Jews, huh?
He was trying.
Yeah, he was. He was a trier.
He was freeing them from this world.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy. He was. Hitler is.
So not many. Like, if you are Hitler, are you freeing the Jews?
I wouldn't think so.
I don't think it's happening.
No,
that doesn't seem very Hitlerian to free the Jews. Have you seen the beach? The picture of the beach there in Israel with like Trump's silhouette. I mean,
it's hilarious.
Crazy. I should have grabbed that picture.
Do you have it? Yeah, earlier.
So he formally,
the thing is though, is I opened Twitter for 5 minutes today and I knew what I was going to see.
What'd you see?
So somebody wrote, shit you not. Somebody wrote, Biden got 129 hostages out. Trump only 20.
Wow.
What an a-hole.
Yeah. I'm like, you realize, and then they said, and he had a ceasefire. And I'm like, that fell apart in 24 hours.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, people, I hate lying and being disingenuous. So when I see Gavin Newsom or Schumer tweet shit like that, it drives me crazy because they know the people who vote for them are so dumb they're not going to fact check it, and they're going to believe it.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
There it is.
Oh, hilarious.
There's Trump.
Gonna piss off libs, man.
Yeah, and Candace Owens.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's great news. Hopefully it's a lasting piece over there, because there was a time when that part of the world was someplace everyone wanted to visit. Beirut's gorgeous, until we knocked out Baghdad. It was, it was beautiful. Egypt. I'd love to go to Egypt, but I wouldn't dare.
Yeah. Qatar.
I would love
Qatar,
to see the Sphinx and
Qatar.
It's Qatar.
Yeah, it's Qatar. It's always Qatar to me.
It's Qatar. Did they change the name, Aim?
It's Qatar.
It's Qatar. I know assholes, young people like her say Qatar. It's Qatar.
No, I truly don't say Qatar. I swear to God, I don't.
It's been
That's
Qatar
just how I hear
pretentious
pretentious people saying it.
Yes,
very much so. So Trump formally solidified the Israel-Hamas peace plan following the release of the remaining hostages in Gaza. He was surrounded by world leaders across the Middle East, sort of, in Egypt to conclude the first phase of the ceasefire agreement. This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it?
He's so funny.
He is
Why
so
can't
funny.
people take his humor at face value?
I don't know.
They can't.
Like, Trump pisses me off sometimes too, but I know when he's just fucking around.
Yeah.
Because I know when Mike's fucking around, Amy, I know when you're fucking around.
Yes.
And I know when Trump's fucking around. And it's
Yeah.
funny. So if you're a lib and he does that, why can't you just go, hey, that's fucking funny?
Yeah.
He is funny. Let's see. I think I have it here. Him signing the
Respect,
peace deal.
and we appreciate it very much. Can we get the documents, please? Okay.
You will sign right here.
Okay.
Always a hot blonde. Always. Amy, you should have taken this gig. You could have got one of these gigs.
Yeah, now he's going to hold it up, isn't he?
Yeah, of course. That obnoxious signature.
Shows narcissism. That's what they always say because it's so big and bold.
Yeah.
I love that he signs shit with Sharpie.
Yeah. It's awesome.
This took 3,000 years to get to this point. Can you believe it? And it's going to hold up, too. It's going to hold up.
It's going to hold up.
He's just sitting there thinking, what can I say?
Yeah.
It's been too quiet for too long.
Yeah, there's too much dead
so
space
funny.
here.
He's just scratching out a peace agreement.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, there was too much.
Like he's ordering lunch.
Yeah, there was too much silence there too. That's why you're right. Took 3,000 years to get here. Here we are.
If someone would have ripped ass, it would have been even better.
Yeah,
way
like
better.
especially the dude that was all, fucking cheeked up.
Yeah.
Just rips ass.
It is his whole
He
shit
just
puffs up.
Oh God. So yeah.
But it's great. It's a good deal. The stock market's up. Things are turning,
Well,
baby.
it's funny because it wasn't that long ago that this is where we were at.
Yeah, I do. They violated it, but Israel violated it too. Israel, as soon as we made the deal, they came out and they dropped a load of bombs, the likes of which I've never seen before. The biggest load that we've seen. I'm not happy with Israel. When I say, okay, now you have 12 hours, you don't go out in the first hour and just drop everything you have on them. So I'm not happy with them. I'm not happy with Iran either. But I'm really unhappy if Israel's going out this morning because of one rocket that didn't land, that was shot, perhaps by mistake, that didn't land. I'm not happy about that. You know what? We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Do you understand that?
It's what's great about this too.
That's like one of my top 5 favorite Trump moments.
Dude, like he's fine right here, right there. He's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going for it. I'm going for it.
We basically have two countries that have been fighting so long and so hard that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. You understand that?
Do you understand that?
That he just
the
walks
whole
away.
world. Yeah.
He is so
Yeah, that's great.
It is the mic drop moment for him.
It was.
Yeah.
It really is. And it's fascinating that no one else could do this. Because they didn't want to.
Yeah.
It is fascinating. That's what I've been thinking about is like, it's doable because he just did it.
And Jared Kushner, a guy who's not even in the government, over Trump's last 2 administrations, has done shit all these brilliant Obama people, all these people from Bush and Clinton could never get close to doing. They've been trying to do this
for 3,000 years, Greg.
Right. I mean, like, I remember when they'd bring Begin here and they'd bring Sadat here and they'd be at Camp David jerking each other off and no one could ever get anything done. Trump walks in and says, I truly believe him hitting those nuke plants woke these other ones to fuck up.
Yeah.
Because now they're going, he's not fucking around like every other
person.
That's
just it. And that's all it takes. That's all it takes. Is I have a bigger button than you.
In their nose. Yep, you got to drop their balls on their nose one time.
Yeah.
And no one wants that.
Yeah. It's remarkable how many people can't just go, you know what, I hate the guy with everything I feel and know, but I got to give him this one. Mm-hmm. You know, at least there's some movement in the right direction. They just can't. It doesn't matter. I mean, it goes back to the old thing we all talked about. You can cure cancer. And they'd be like, nah, my father had cancer and it made us closer.
My mom
cancer's not that bad.
My mom does chemo for people and now she's out of a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, what happens to all those cancer research doctors that are unemployed now?
Yeah.
Thanks to him. All he's doing by curing cancer is enriching his billionaire friends.
The insurance companies just had to lay off a shit ton of people.
Right. No, they'd say that
it's unbelievable.
Right. They'd say that he did it for his big insurance hogs. They'd find something. Well, Biden started this. Biden started this.
Do you remember the cancer moonshot?
And I love how everybody over the weekend was like, how do you feel about your, dear leader getting the COVID booster? And it's like, first of all, he's old as fuck. So if that's 80. What his doctors think that he should do, that's fine. And I'm okay with it because I'm an adult and I have a brain of my own. Because that's just it.
Get it if you want it.
How retarded are you if you think that you have to do everything your president does? Like, you're so stupid.
I hope he got bleach injected. I hope that.
Yeah.
Did you see?
They did do that though, COVID, and I'm like, when I got my COVID shot, the first one, I asked my doctor, "What do you think?" He goes, "It's not going to hurt you." I went back, and he said, "Don't get the booster." I said, "All right, good." He said, "You don't need it." Whatever.
That's what I did. And my doctor was like, yeah, get the first one. It's available to you. And I got the first 2 shots and that was it. I've never gotten another one and I'll probably never get another one. No, fuck that. I don't trust them. Yeah.
No, I didn't either.
Yeah. No, CVS is pushing it hard though. That and the flu one. I'm like, yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I get the
no, thank you.
One. That's it.
Is that a diabetic thing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. My primary care in Michigan was like, sat me down because she knew her and I would go back and forth on shit all the time. And she was like, I know how you feel, but I really want you to get the pneumonia one, And I was like, okay, all right. She made her argument and it was good enough for me. And so I got that one, but dude, no, I'm out on all the others. So yeah. Anyway.
She gave you a hand, the fourth hand?
No, she was a Sparty. She was a Sparty, Greg. You would have loved her.
That's what they're for.
Did you guys?
Walters.
Yeah. No, wasn't my speed, but yeah, she's a good doctor. She was all right.
You can talk shit about her. You're not here anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So did you guys see the Portland rally? They're really upset about ICE.
Dude, this motherfucking incel parade.
Yeah, what? Yeah, okay.
I've never seen more microbeans in my life.
Yeah. And food
Oh my God.
So these guys.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, you should wear a gas mask. We're all going to need a gas mask, lady.
Look at that micropene. Did you see that?
Yes.
And look at all of those dudes up there, just like, what
just
the
laughing.
fuck?
Shoot them.
Shoot them.
Shoot them.
Like, at least potato gun them. Right? Can you get a potato gun? Something.
Pepper balls.
Pepper,
dude,
yeah.
The pepper ball to the head of the fucking clergy guy, I loved. I want a lot more of that.
I've never seen more gunts and gocks in my life.
So gross.
It's so gross.
You know, you got to be really, really hot to be naked.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have a great body. You got to be in shape. Everything's got to be well proportioned, or no one looks good naked. Look at that micropene right there. The guy holding his hand up. Look at that little thing.
Yeah.
Look at those milkers.
Look at the udders on that thing. Fuck.
Amy, are you going to puke?
And you notice the guys that are relatively in good shape, that are kind of shredded, they're all wearing fucking man panties. Yeah. They're not even going full nude. The ones that are full nude look like that. Like, what are you doing,
like
sweetheart?
Colony where no one's
disappointed that you can't see them naked, Mike?
Yeah, it's just there's also a die-in they're doing in Portland.
Yes,
I don't have that video, but I saw
unfuckable losers.
Unfuckable losers. Yes, you should look like that. You should, dude. You should look like that in your own shower.
Bike. Imagine riding. My vagina hurts when I'm wearing bike shorts and I'm riding on a bike. Imagine riding on a bike bare ass like that.
Shit staining your bike seat.
Oh, look at that person was on a
unicycle.
Bike. Look at that guy.
Look at that dude. This schlong is just
hanging out.
I think he's not circumcised.
Yeah, probably not. These guys must be just thinking, where the fuck are we?
Can't we kill them?
They're protesting ICE, okay, in Portland. They had an emergency edition of their annual World Naked Bike Ride. That's usually held in the summer. And so these people all like, we got to get out there nude.
They're all just deviants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just want to be naked in front of kids. That's what they're doing. They're fucking weirdos. Look at that.
Look at these. Yeah. Oh my God. No human is illegal. You want to bet? There are lots of humans that are fucking illegal. And you've let them into your fucking city, and you want us to do nothing about it. Aim for ass cheeks, ball bags, and saggy titties. If I was on that roof, that's what I want the aim to be. I want fucking just pepper balls going off on ass cheeks, ball bags, and saggy titties.
If you're one of those guys and you don't really want to take a crack at a pot shot out of a speed bag, hit the speed bag with a fucking pepper ball.
Yeah, we always hear how good these guys can, like these sharpshooters are. Dick tips, my friend. Dick tips. Let's go. Get up there and fucking pew, rubber bullet across a dick tip.
Or just walk down and flick their bang.
Yeah, it's like the flick of the head, but do it with a rubber bullet or a pepper ball.
Turkey tap them right there. You got to put gloves on.
Gloves. Or from the rooftop. Just fucking zero in on one saggy udder and just bing. Just zip a nip.
And leave it bruised for a month.
Yeah.
There was also ICE protests in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And Don Lemon was out there at those protests.
I'm loving those.
And I got to share with you this lovely interview that he did with this
idiot.
Young
He's
gentleman.
such an idiot, Greg.
Is this the misdemeanor one?
No.
Okay. Oh, I saw that one too.
Where he's telling Amy, he says they're breaking the law, but it's just a misdemeanor.
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Is it a crime? No, it's just a misdemeanor.
And listen to how this guy how Don Lemon does not push back on this dude.
Is there volume there, Aim?
You can't hear it?
No. It's I'm getting a stutter. Are you guys hearing it?
No, I'm not.
Don Lemon is literally the dumbest person in media. I've been saying it for a decade. He was the dumbest person on his own show.
My buddy said that he used to hit on him in gay bars all the time, and everyone would laugh in his fucking face because he was such a little twat.
Yeah. I remember talking to Charlie LaDuff, and he was telling me how when Chuck Pugh got in all that trouble at Fox 2.
Oh, yeah, Charles Pugh, yeah.
He split town. Guess who he lived with in New York City?
Lamond.
Yeah, he lived with Lamond.
Yeah.
Don Lamond. It's like, so yeah, he's just in trouble for, I don't know, sexual proclivities with children in Detroit. But yeah, move on in.
They're falling face first into a bag of dicks.
Yeah.
I'm going to upload it, Mike, into our videos, and then we'll watch it from there.
Is it him just getting owned by fucking general public on the streets? Because that's...
No.
Those are going viral like crazy.
It's like
this one's going to piss you off.
Oh.
I don't understand these Portland, what's going on in Portland with a bike ride? Like, it's like the San Francisco Jacks with demands. Like, what is the point of it? You don't know who the San Francisco Jacks are, Greg, but they're just a men's jack-off club in San Francisco. Just the most deviant behavior. I've interviewed Jerry,
Eric
one of the
Fady
founders,
went there.
forever. Yeah, we sent Eric, one of our guys there. He was mandatory nude and had to go watch 70 dudes jack off in a room together. But those guys know their place. They understand. It's like, just, we'll be in a fucking room over here, not bothering anybody, just jacking off together. Like, what happens when those people pour onto the public streets and just have demands? It's like, you know, you were fine just being in some seedy fucking basement room in New York City or San Francisco.
Just go beat off all you want.
Go do you, dog. Just leave the rest of us out of it. Stop acting like this is normal. That's why I want ball bags shot at, nipples shot at, ass cheek shot at. Like, no. Stop acting like this is normal behavior and you're just fighting for the little guy. Get out of here, you creepy weirdos.
I know, man. You're a bunch of fucking weirdos.
Yeah, that's what you are. Why are you nude? What is the point of rolling around in 50-degree weather, butt-ass naked with your gross bodies?
On your bike.
Yeah.
On your bike, protesting ICE. They probably don't even know what they're protesting.
Right, banging on some drum.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
wearing
psycho.
A gas mask.
I just, the problem is when you open up that Pandora's box, you can never put the nuts back in the closet. And I'm not talking about the gay closet. I'm talking about the nutty closet. And you can never get them back in. And herein lies the rub. I mean, these people have always existed. They just didn't feel free enough and comfortable enough to promote this.
And they don't like me and I don't like them. And, like, they got a problem with a motherfucker like me, but they love Charlie Kirk. Like, that's just, like, what the fuck? Like, Charlie Kirk is a piece of shit. Oof. I don't get no fuck. I got a job too. I don't get no fuck. Dox me. You better not pull up where I be at. I'm not from Broadview. You ain't gonna come looking for me, motherfucker. So I don't give a fuck.
Why do you say that?
Why I say what?
You said they like Charlie Kirk, but they don't like you.
Charlie Kirk running around saying stupid ass, racist ass shit, all type of dumb ass shit. And they call him a patriot, and he was a piece of shit. He was a racist. He said if he see a black pilot, he wonder is he qualified. He a piece of shit, bro. Like, he the one said that a couple gun deaths is okay for the Second Amendment. He said that shit. Then when he gets shot, we all supposed to cry. He was talking shit the minute the bullet hit his neck. He's still talking shit. They right. His stupid ass wife still out here being racist and trying to throw Super Bowl shows, and they dumb as hell. And Bad Bunny Puerto Rican, they don't even know he American. They just racist. Like, they just see, he's brown. He just racist, bro. So fuck all of them. My kids, fuck all of them. And
fucking retard.
Fuck Charlie. That's how I feel, and I've been saying it, So I'm gonna be Charlie for Halloween. Put a fucking hole in my neck. And free Tyler Robinson. The fuck, in my eyes, that's what a patriot is. Shit. Just free him and send him to the military. He a good shot. You can't deny that. Send him to the military. Shit, maybe help the country.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks.
That's it. He says, thanks, man, and shakes his fucking hand.
What a sack of shit. Journalist.
You know what we used to say, though, back in the day? My mom always said this. Consider the source, man. That guy is an inbred ghetto rat.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah.
Years.
Yeah. But he's getting informed from people like Don Lemon.
Right.
People like Don Lemon are producing this kind of content. Like, you're not a journalist, Don. You're a clown. You were a clown on CNN. clown.
And Don knows everything he just said was true. I mean, he didn't even push back when he was like, and his stupid ass bitch wife is like, Don wasn't even like, hey.
Right.
Take it down a couple notches.
And Don decided to post that.
But Don needs engagement.
Yeah.
He has no job.
Yeah.
That's why he's doing it. I guess, again, why would I care what that idiot said? Why? I mean, I scroll right past shit like that because I'm like, I don't give a shit what he says. Look at that guy. He doesn't speak English. You know, he's a hood rat, man. That's what he is.
Yeah. He's gonna be in for a rude awakening when wherever he fucking works, he gets fired.
Yeah.
Because that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah. Hopefully so.
Mike, I just got super excited when I was looking in the video storage area because you have in there a story that I was gonna bring up.
Which one? Is it Ellen Greenberg?
Yes.
I knew it was, dude.
What is it?
I have it next. And I was, honest to God, I'm like, see, Amy got into the story out of Boston, Massachusetts. And it's like.
That you're not saying her name, but okay.
Reader?
Karen Reed.
Karen Reed. And I can tell by what grabs her titties is that kind of story. And
true
this
crime
one
is my jam.
Yeah. And so this one, I was reading this story today and I wasn't super familiar with it out of Philadelphia. And I was like, this is Amy's new jam. This has got.
I've been following this story for a while.
Have you?
Yeah.
Which one is it?
It's the stabbing death of this 27-year-old school teacher, Ellen Greenberg. Now, this goes back 10 years. 11
By
years.
a student?
No.
Okay.
No. It was a
You're
suicide.
thinking of someone else.
Yeah. It was a suicide.
Yeah, it was a suicide. Hey, before we get into the story, Greg, I know you're not a doctor. I don't think, at least. But if you were doing an autopsy, like, what's the max amount of stabs inflicted that would be too many for you to be like, that's probably a suicide? Like, how many is too many for it to be a suicide?
You're saying if I stab myself, how many times can I stab myself before I die?
Yeah.
Once.
Okay.
Thank you, Greg.
I was going to say twice. Maybe twice.
Maybe on a good day if you had a Red Bull.
Yeah.
So if I were to say Greg stabbed himself 20 times, including 11 times in the back of the head and neck, that was a suicide too?
Yeah.
Would that qualify?
Yeah. Well, what if she had anxiety, Greg? Does that change anything?
Right.
She did have anxiety.
She had anxiety.
Well, and sometimes you can fall on a knife 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
That's true. And, we've seen, it's not like we haven't seen, who was the Clinton one? Was it Vince, whatever, that shot himself twice in the back of the head?
Vince Foster.
Vince Foster. Yeah.
What do you think? Like, maybe she'd realized stabbing herself 10 times in the front wasn't working. So she went to the back of her head.
Yeah.
Much easier ways to kill yourself with a lot less pain.
This poor family.
I feel so bad.
Is like, I mean, so the city of Philadelphia has just announced like, yep, we're sticking by the suicide ruling. 32-page review. Chief Medical Examiner Lindsay Simon announced she is standing by the city's ruling over the bride-to-be's 2011 death. Simon claims Greenberg could have inflicted the 20 stab wounds, 10 of which were to the back of the head and neck, on herself. It's possible. We're just going to stick with that.
She had anxiety.
Shit I've ever heard.
She had anxiety.
The medical examiner also points to the lack of evidence of domestic abuse in Greenberg's relationship with her fiance, TV producer Sam Goldberg, and the fact that his DNA was not found on the kitchen knife. So
they've never heard of fucking gloves before.
Right. Yeah. Like, it is possible to not leave a DNA trail.
Greg, look at all the places she was stabbed. Suicide.
Which one was first? Is what I want.
Yeah, in the heart. I don't know if he put more pictures in here. There were multiple pictures. She'd been stabbed 20 times. Her body was covered in bruises in various stages of healing. Now, so that sounds like someone that was getting beat up. What's that?
Yeah. Who killed her? Do we think it was her boyfriend or husband or whatever?
Her fiance.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it was Sam. Sam had something to do with it. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there, but the house, the apartment was locked from the inside. And so the Keystone cop showed up and he was like, it must have been a suicide. The door was locked from the inside. They're like, well, that's all we needed to hear. See ya.
Do you
and
believe
fucking
that
left.
there was strangulation?
Yes.
To medical certainty?
To reasonable degree of medical certainty, she was strangled, yeah. I would testify in the court of law. I've said it in my reports.
Do you think there's any signs of abuse before the death?
I'm concerned about that, yes. And the reason I'm concerned about that is the bruises to the wrists, obviously, the strangulation, but there's extensive bruises to the lower legs. What is that about? Where does she get that? She's not a kickboxer. She's not in karate that I know of. She looks like a typical nice girl, you know, very feminine looking. How'd she get those bruises down there?
Yeah, good question. You know, she's a school teacher.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, to his point, not a kickboxer, not a grappler. So Ellen's family just wanted the truth. That's their lawyer says. On the day Greenberg died, officers instantly treated her death as a suicide because Goldberg said the door was locked from the inside and no one else was inside the apartment. The home was not treated as a crime scene. No
Can you lock it on your way out?
Right. Or climb out a fucking window.
Yeah, well, they had no questions.
It was Michael Proctor involved in this investigation?
Yeah,
because
that's a good
it
question.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. And what was the Osborne, the guy that did the autopsy? What was he paid?
Yeah.
Was he an expert witness paid $100,000 at the time?
What a dipshit.
So the next day, Osborne conducted Greenberg's autopsy, finding her horrific injuries. He ruled her death a homicide caused by multiple stab wounds by an unknown person. But by then, the scene had been released, professionally cleaned by a cleanup firm. Sam Goldberg's relatives had also visited the home and taken possession of several electronic devices. Days later, a closed-door meeting was held between the medical examiner's office, law enforcement, and the guy that did the autopsy. And suddenly, without explanation, they changed his ruling to suicide. In a bombshell moment this January, that guy that did the autopsy changed his mind, admitting that he no longer believes that she killed herself. 3 days later, just before the city of Philadelphia was set to face a civil trial brought by her parents, a settlement was reached in 2 lawsuits. A key part of that settlement included a commitment that the medical examiner's office would carry out an expeditious in reinvestigation. Several months go by. They were just going to bury it. And her lawyers, Joe Pedraza, filed a motion to force the city to keep its promise. Tense hearing was held September 3rd. That hearing concluded with the city agreeing to a deadline of October 14th this year to give its final answer as to whether the death ruling remains a suicide or something else. That ruling has now come out as, we stand by suicide. So that guy you just saw, the pathologist, Wayne Ross, also found bruises, a scratch, what looked like finger marks on her neck, indicating she could have been strangled. The other bruising on her body in various stages of healing also indicated she had suffered repeated beating prior to her death. He found that one of the stab wounds to her head severed the cranial nerves and brain, would have made her lose consciousness immediately, therefore making it impossible for her to cause the final stab wound to her chest. Goldberg, for his part, is now a married father of 2 living in New York, has not joined the parents in fighting the suicide ruling. He has spoken out once publicly about his former fiance's death over the years. This was a written statement to CNN where he blasted the lies, distortions, and falsehoods about him and insisted she died by suicide. So you can see there in that picture there, that's all the stab wounds that the suicide.
You know what bothers me about this is we can't even trust autopsies anymore.
I know.
Or Derek Chauvin wouldn't be in jail.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know how he's in jail if they proven George Floyd died of a drug overdose. It makes no sense.
None of it.
No, I don't understand if you've made a settlement with the city, presumably they're admitting some fault here if you're reaching a settlement, and you should have demanded that an outside jurisdiction looks at this autopsy, not your own fucking people who got it wrong the first time. who is trying to save their own ass by saying, "Oh yeah, no, it's crazy. It's suicide." I mean, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen or heard in my life.
Yeah. Well, we keep seeing this. It happened with Michael Brown too, where we got a third independent autopsy that the family's paying for. Gee, I wonder what that thing's going to come up with. Like, if we don't have something that it's like we can all agree on, it gets into this weird, it sucked too. The one you brought up that started all the BLM shit, the George Floyd stuff, like that led to so much bullshit and unrest. I can't even remember how many autopsies were done on him. I get these confused.
There were 2 or 3, but the thing about that is they said that no one has been more wrongly imprisoned than that guy. They said he did a textbook police maneuver.
Yeah.
Okay. And that George Floyd was in distress in the car before he even pulled him out. And then the autopsy said he died of a fentanyl overdose. So
would have died anyway.
Get it.
Yeah.
I mean, if they want you in jail and they want to make a political prisoner out of you, they will do that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that one is so disturbing. And I'm sorry, if you haven't seen the, 10-part fucking Candace Owens documentary that Daily Wire had, it's so disturbing that goes on. You just think that, like, is there anything we can trust anymore? Like, and knowing the media played their horrific role in that story, in burying that, and just throw this guy in prison for life, 20 years, whatever the hell he's in prison for, Derek Chauvin, and God knows what kind of...
Mike, they did it to the president of the United States.
I know.
So, yes, they will do it to me, you, and fucking anybody. Like you said, if they want you in jail, you're going to be in jail. Have you guys seen, he's been making the rounds. He was on Tucker, and I think recently, maybe Friday, he was on Rogan. His name's John Caraco, I think, or
Curacao. Something like that.
But,
yeah.
But he
He's
was
great.
the CIA torture whistleblower that was like, we're torturing people. And because he went on TV and said, yes, we're torturing people. Yes, the president knew about it. And yes, he approved it. They went on a mission to put that guy in jail, and he fucking went in jail. And like, he thought he was helping the FBI. He was an informant. He was meeting with, adversaries or whatever. He'd come back, he'd report it to the FBI. Yep. And that was them setting him up, to say
they did
that
it with General Flynn too.
Yeah.
They were just going to come over and chat. None of this is on the record.
Right.
I want people in prison for that. I'm sorry, I'm not a vindictive person, but people need to go to prison for that shit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For Michael Flynn, for George Papadopoulos, for George Floyd.
Think about Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, who were texting each other like, he's not going to win, right? No, we're going to stop him. It's like having an insurance policy. These are the people. These are the fucking people who were investigating him.
Their team lost. Why are those people walking around in public still? Why are they not going bankrupt like Michael Flynn trying to defend himself?
All you got is some weak ass indictment against Comey. Like, what? For lying to Congress? That's all you've got?
By the way, that John guy you're talking about, he's been on Rogan a few times. I don't know if you're familiar with him, Greg, but I saw a clip of him recently. It wasn't on Rogan's show, but it was on another one. He apparently had diabetes for like 20 years. And he's like, I had this surgery. I found someone in like Wisconsin, this surgeon who recommended I go to this doctor in New York, and they removed his stomach. Like literally, it was a tiny incision, removed his stomach, and then fastened a new like stomach or something. And he's like, my diabetes was gone within 24 hours. I'm never hungry. I have to remind myself to eat. But his body, once that was removed, his body started regenerating insulin naturally again through the pancreas, whatever it is, turned back on. And these surgeons, he was talking about these two doctors, this goes on in Europe, but there's a couple in America. And he's like, yeah, it's not covered by insurance for obvious reasons. Like they got a cure for fucking diabetes. That's not going to work. So you got to pay for this surgery yourself. But he's like, yeah, no, it's gone completely. Diabetes gone.
Do you believe that?
Dude, I believe him.
He looks way thinner.
I've seen interviews with him for many years. I'll have to find that clip. I can't remember who he was doing the interview with, but yeah, it's wild that he's talking about it.
Cliff says that was the interview with Danny Jones.
What was the insulin one or the diabetes one?
Rogan?
No, it was the Danny Jones is a podcaster.
Okay.
So it was on his.
He was on Danny Jones' show and he talked about that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if someone sent that to me or if I just bumped into it. I don't know. I get so many.
Cliff says John Brennan is a fucking snake. He is. He was behind a lot of what happened.
He's got to go. He's got to be indicted next.
Yeah, he has.
Dude, they all need to be taken out. Brennan, Comey. Who's the other one that I think of with Brennan at that time? Bald fucker with spectacles. He's the one that lied to Congress about the NSA
Clapper?
And stuff too. Which
James
one?
Clapper?
Yeah, Clapper. Yeah, Clapper and Brennan both need to go down hard.
And Strzok.
Yep.
McCabe.
No, instead we paid Strzok $1 million, I think, $1.5 million. Him and Lisa Page each got, a settlement, like God forbid.
From Biden.
He just lost his
pension.
He just lost his lawsuit though against the FBI in terms of like unfairly being fired. He lost that lawsuit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck off. By the way, we've got a trial. I think this was in Europe, but Sierra Watkin found guilty of sexual assault, jailed for 21 months. This is a tranny woman who lied to a man about being a biological female, and then she blew the guy. And said the victim said he would not have consented to sexual activity if he'd known she was a biological dude. Watkin from Thornby, Stockton-on-Tees had claimed the man would have realized her status, but jurors found her guilty of sexual assault. The judge said, he fully believed from the start that Watkin was a female due to her lies and deception. She was born male, had used the name Sierra since childhood, but had not undergone any medical treatment or surgery. A judge said, Watkin was flippant about all this. I got a picture of her.
Oh, these are great.
Yeah. Look at this thing. Just a lady. Don't mind me. I'm just a lady out here sucking dick like we do.
He looks like Gorlock the Destroyer.
Ew.
That's disgusting.
Yeah. I mean, so they met on Snapchat.
Dude, how horny do you have to be to let that
drunk
disgusting thing blow you?
Could you fall for the one on the left? Could you fall?
No.
Could you squint?
No.
He's like, everyone's making fun of me now. The guy that was victimized. So she was like, I
wouldn't jerk off and throw it at her, to be honest with you.
No.
That's disgusting.
No. Dude, this is one of those things I've said, I'm glad they're throwing this dude in jail, in a men's prison, by the way, for 21 months.
Oh,
this is how people fuck around. What's that?
Be in heaven.
Yeah, right? This is how people fuck around and find out the ultimate way. You want to play this game, there are guys that will kill you over this. Seriously. I don't mean to be rude. I don't hate the trans community. But you go around pretending to be a woman. Huh?
You got to disclose it. You got to tell me, do you have a dick? I need to know.
I mean, who thought we would ever have to ask that question? Dude, this to me is like having AIDS and not telling someone.
Right. I didn't give him those AIDS.
It's up there with that shit. I'm sorry. That sucks for you. I know that's a difficult conversation that no one wants to have. But the one where you got a cock and balls between your legs and he thinks you're a chick, that conversation has to take place. I'm sorry.
Because the minute you reach down there and it ain't as it's supposed to be. Now you gotta be
this guy did, and she was like, "I'm on my period. Don't go down there. I'm on my period."
Yeah. Stop
and he's like, "Oh, okay." She said, "The one attorney for that dude, the lady guy, said, Watkins, her parents were drug addicts who neglected her.
So
she was
what?
a person who simply wanted to be seen as from others as she sees herself, and wanted to be loved as the person she perceives herself to be. Too fucking bad. Sorry. No. You don't get to victimize someone else because you had a rough go of it.
No,
sorry.
No, not at all. It's not fair. Like, I mean, can this happen with chicks too? I mean, the next thing you know, you're scissoring another chick and you think it's a dude. I mean, it's disgusting. I remember back in the late 80s, early 90s, when 2020 did a story on trannies and kids who thought they were opposite of the sex they were. And I laughed like, oh my God, this is like 8 kids in the world.
Yeah.
But the one thing Rush always said was the shit they're doing now will be mainstream in 20 years. And sure as shit, 25 years later, they're acting like it's just normal. Sex is a social construct. Gender is a social construct.
And you can't ask any questions about it.
Yeah, no.
Just accept it.
I'm not
deal
that.
with it.
No, fuck that.
No.
If you look like a dude, I'm going to call you sir. I had a 7-Eleven employee. One morning I said this, she was dressed as a girl, but I clearly knew it was a dude. And I always say man, like I'll call you man.
Yeah.
And I just said, thanks, man. And he goes, well, I'm definitely not a man.
Just a lady.
I know.
Just a lady.
Said, well, you a withering violet.
Did you say anything? Did you say anything back?
I said,
sorry, ma'am.
No, I said, I call everyone dude, relax. And I walked out. I am not having
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No, we've tried to be polite. That's the problem is
I'm not going to.
Most people want to be polite.
Right.
Yeah. But they've now forced it to this point of like, it must be addressed and you must affirm. It's this totalitarian fascist way of thinking. Like, no, dude, I'm cool with whatever you want to do, but I'm not playing this fucking game with you.
You be you. I'm
not.
I mean, they are actually putting men in women's prisons. That's insane.
I want to be in there.
Yeah, if you ever get arrested, you should. They cannot deny you.
Yeah,
I'm training.
It's the first thing I do.
That you should. Like you 100% should, because you have. It doesn't matter. Like it literally doesn't matter.
And them are horny women, dude. You could easily knock the bottom out of some chick in a broom closet.
There's this other case out of Massachusetts that I'm following that is really crazy. It's with this former ex-cop, but she is in jail right now because of this cunty judge. And so I'll give you kind of a background. So this woman was a cop. She had a fiance who's a firefighter. They had just had a baby. She had a little bit of postpartum going on, and her and the boyfriend like separated, and he was like, hey, why don't you meet me at the park with the baby and we'll talk about things, blah, blah, blah. So she goes to the park. He's not there. Come to find out, he's in a courtroom getting an ex parte like restraining order against her for being dangerous because she has postpartum. So she goes home and so she's a police officer. The same police officers from her unit where she works, like people she knows, they come to her house with this order that says, yeah, he has a restraining order on you and we're taking your baby and all of your weapons. And so she's like super upset. The husband comes to get the baby. She's like packing stuff up and she grabs like her gun and she points it at her head. And one of the officers shoots her in the chest. They tried to charge her with attempted murder of the police officer. Didn't point the gun at him. And of course they don't wear body cams. So they tried to take it to a grand jury. The grand jury was like, yeah, no. So she's only indicted on like assault with a deadly weapon or something like that. So, and she's not like a known offender. So the sentence is like probation if she were to get sentenced for this. So the judge lets her out on bail. And one of the conditions of bail is she has to blow into one of those breathalyzer things 4 times a day. Okay. Yep. Well, she gets out of jail and she does it. And she's realizing, oh, I was shot in the chest and it's actually really fucking hard and painful to blow into this machine as hard as I have to, because you really have to blow into those. Like it's not, you know?
Yeah.
So she just goes back to the judge and is like, before we have any issues, before, you know, I fail a test because I can't do it, is there a different way? Can we can we do a urine test instead of me blowing into this thing? Because, oh, by the way, I have broken ribs and I was shot in the chest.
Shot in the titties.
Yeah, she was in the hospital for like 2 months recovering. So the judge, this cunty judge, says, well, if you can't blow into that, then I can't trust that you're not going to drink. And even though the incident doesn't involve alcohol, by the way. So she sends her back to fucking jail. She takes her bond away. And when she was the one who was like, hey, before something happens, I just want to let you know I'm having a hard time breathing into this thing. Can we do something else? And the judge was like, nope, you're going back to jail. Instead of just, I'm sure she would have suffered through the pain if that was the only option instead of going back to jail. But anyways, I tell this whole story because they're appealing, trying to get her out because she's a cop. She's in jail, which is never a good thing.
No.
And guess what?
No.
There's a tranny there, some fucking dude walking around taunting her and threatening her for being an ex-cop. God. And it's like, on top of all this bullshit, she's got some dude threatening her.
Leah Thomas running around.
Oh, by the way, you're going to love this. Do you have Twitter?
Huh?
Read Joe Biden's tweet. He just took credit for the Middle East peace deal.
No, he did not.
Of course he did.
He said, I am deeply grateful and relieved that this day has come for the last living 20 hostages who've been through unimaginable hell and are reunited with their families and loved ones and the civilians in Gaza. The road to the deal was not easy. My administration worked relentlessly to bring hostages home, get relief to the Palestinians, and end the war. I commend Trump and his team for their work to get a renewed ceasefire deal over the finish line.
A renewed one, yeah. His lasted long, sure.
Oh, that's so
what a
good.
clown!
What a fucking clown!
Who sent that out? Jill or
his account, Joe Biden.
Yeah.
His auto pen.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
God. I'm about to go dive into the comments on this.
Yeah. Clown.
He's going to get ratioed to death.
Yeah. Ratioed to death. Yeah. Gaslighting at its finest. Just unbelievable. Let me do a couple reads and we'll do some email and call it. Today's show is brought to you by Deer Lake Athletic Club in Clarkston. They offer adult and junior tennis, pickleball, and swim lessons. Junior swim team. Fitness classes are included with membership in their gym, cycle room, and 3 pools. The backcourt restaurant inside is also open to the public, and they're now open every day of the week, Monday through Thursday at 4, Friday and Saturday at 11 a.m., and Sunday they open at 10 for Chef Jerry's famous breakfast. They offer dinner specials every day, too. Book your holiday party before Thanksgiving in their banquet center to qualify for their banquet specials. Visit their website, deerlakeathletic.com, for more info about the club, restaurant, and banquet center, or call them today at 248-625-8686. Also, this part is brought to you by your insurance expert. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements so that you do not have to be. Call Nick Matthews today at 248-914-1173. Just words. Muff and Becky. I think he's talking to me and you. Ames, let me know when Bill Maher or John Fetterwoman or any other libtard who starts to sound semi-conservative actually pulls the lever and votes conservative. Then I'll listen to him. Until then, blah, blah, blah. You're very humble and obedient servant. NFL Bob. I haven't heard from NFL Bob in a while. Hell yeah. Talk Show Talk. Political Mike and Political Amy are the best shows. Stay angry, my friends. John, you could throw Greg in there as well. We've got a new member, Jennifer Lebret.
Sure.
She sounds hot. Either way, I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely.
But thank you, Jennifer. Cliff commented on our show. Glad to hear the hardware is doing well, Miguel. Next time, make her go hungry. This is your show, LOL. Also, the last time an ambulance came on the field was OSU versus Michigan. Zach Zinter blew out his knee. The literal next play, Blake Corum scored and completely turned the momentum around in U of M's favor. Fuck OSU.
I don't think the ambulance came on the field.
I don't think they. Yeah, I think.
Yeah,
it was DeMar
big
Hamlin.
Injury.
DeMar Hamlin.
Well, Mike was asking the last time it happened in college.
Oh.
I feel like maybe the ambulance did come on the field for him.
I was there and I thought it was a cart because he did wave to the crowd.
What happened to him, by the way?
Shattered his leg.
No, I know, but is he...
Oh, he's in the league now?
But is he doing well?
Yeah, he's a good player. Let me tell you who he's playing with. Yeah, he's a good player.
He's with the Browns.
Yeah, he's with the Browns along with Mason Graham.
Okay. Yeah. Lynn says, love the member show. Thank you guys for that. One more bad word about Quiznos, and I burn this motherfucker
Hell
to the ground.
yeah.
Good day. I said good day, sir.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I think I was taking some shots. I'm not a huge Quiznos guy.
They're
Sorry.
gone, aren't they?
No.
No, Amy
I got
ordered it the other day.
I got a DoorDash the other day. It was
Remember those
awesome.
fucking sponge monkeys they used to have on their commercials?
The what?
The sponge monkeys. The ones that would be the ugly little things that would sing, "We love the subs."
I don't went for what year is this?
2000. Look it up, Amy. Quiznos sponge monkeys and play the video. God damn it.
Well, hang on a second because I'm too busy looking up whether or not Zach Zinter was carted off in an ambulance. And I have to tell you, Greg, you're both right. Look at this.
I don't want to see it.
It's a fucking cart ambulance.
Yeah, it's a bamboo ant.
It says,
wow.
It says here on
it's a John Deere.
Yes.
That's
a John Deere cart ambulance.
Like what? Okay, now what am I?
Yeah, you're both right.
Sponge monkeys on YouTube. You'll remember them the minute you see them. It was the creepiest commercial of all time.
What was it? The only mascot I remember from those food things was it the Noid? Avoid the Noid.
Yeah, that was
that Domino's.
Domino's.
Yeah,
but the sponge monkeys were these deformed little rats.
I don't remember them.
That used to sing, "We love the subs."
All right, I got it here.
Creepy as shit.
Oh my God! Yeah, I remember them.
What? What marketing team put this together?
Yeah.
New Santa Fe trio subs with smoky chipotle sauce.
Oh my God, that's funny. I was thinking the same thing.
Funny.
There was a meeting. There was a marketing meeting, and they were like, "That's what we're going with."
Right, we're gonna go with the guy who looks like he's from Goonies.
Yeah, yeah.
Honest to God, I feel like that was a troll almost. It was like a bunch of stoners were in the marketing meeting, and they're like, "This will be so fucking funny."
They're like,
yeah, hilarious.
Giggle. The sponge monkeys, baby.
That's funny. I do remember it now that I see it.
Yeah.
All right, let's call it a day, you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Have a good rest of the day.
Bills Falcons, by the way. Bills Falcons. That's
Bills Falcons. Okay. All right. All right, everybody. Have a